the Phillies versus the Phillies at the Detroit Tigers for game number 3 of the 3-game series. Pitching for the Phillies, they Zach Wheeler, pitching for the Tigers, they be terrible in school. So the Phillies gonna get 50 and 40 in the season, and the Tigers gonna get 44 and 51 in the season. And and he will pitch on the Trey Turner, Castro, Bryce Harper, Allie Wong, Amanda Sosa, Brandon Marsh, Darren Hill, Jay Turner, and Viking Star, and that's your Phillies starting lineup. So we got Trey Turner coming back for the Phillies, no Philly Bears on base, 0. So the first video. Terrence School got the first Jay Trey, ready to get the ball low. Terrence School got the first Jay the ball too low. Terrence School got the first Jay 2, and get the strike 2-2-1. Terrence School got the first Trey. And Trey Turner flies out to the center field. James Allen. Trey Turner's out 10-1. On the next back the Phillies, we got Cal Strong on the next back the Phillies. No Philly Bears on base. 1 out. So the first video. Terrence School got the first swung, and gets the straight 1. He's going to first swung the wrong 1. He's going to swing 5-1-2. He's going to first swung. Swinging the miss, not striking. Cal Strong's out. Cal Strong 1. Coming next to bat the Phillies, Jack Bryce Harper next to bat the Phillies, no Philly Bears on base. 2 goes, top of the first CBO. Harper Nation. Harper Nation. Harper Nation. There's no Vestry Rights when it gets 1-1. There's no Vestry Rights when it gets 1-1. Swing 1. There's no Vestry Rights swing rate strike 2-1-2. There's no Vestry Rights swing rate 5-1-2. There's no Vestry Rights swing rate 1-2. There's no Vestry Rights when it gets 1-2-2. There's no Vestry Rights swing rate 5-1-2. There's been a Richie Rice when he gets goes 1-3-3-2 per count. There's been a Richie Rice and Bryce Harper grounds out to the third base and Cone King. And then the first game, Spencer Torres in time. Bryce Harper's out Bryce on 1. And that's 3 out to the Phillies. So we still scores game with Jamin. We go to the bottom of the first game, Jamin. It's the Tigers in the ring. See the Tigers in the turn at the bottom of the first. And the 3 Tiger Birds at the top. 2 at the bat at the bottom of the first. Kind of make all Diggler, and Cone King. And here goes the Tigers starting on be Kevin Golden. Jim DeLeo, Cone King, Harley Greeny, Spencer Torgerson, Kerry Carpenter, Zach McKinstry, Matt Bueller, and James Hopman. And that is the Detroit Tigers starting lineup. And what's the game? What's up, Sam? And welcome, guys. Welcome to the MGSN Network, the Masteryhi Gaming Sports Network. And we're covering the Phillies and Tigers Game 3 of the 3-game series. Last game for the All-Star break. And breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Christopher Sanchez has been in breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, for the All-Star game. Christopher Sanchez has been named the starting pitcher for the National League All-Star team in the All-Star game. Christopher Sanchez has been named as the starter for the All-Star game for the National League, ladies and gentlemen. Get a clap up for Christopher Sanchez, Joe. Just been announced this today. Still at the bat for the Tigers. We have Kevin Golden with the Tigers and the Tiger Bears on base. 0 bottom of the first, and young. Jack Miller got a pitch for you. Kevin want to get 1-1. Swing rate strike 1-1. Jack Miller got a pitch for you. Kevin swing rate strike 1-1. Jack Miller got a pitch for you. Kevin swing rate strike 1-1. Jack Miller got a pitch for you. Kevin swing rate 5-1-2. Jack Miller got a pitch for you. Kevin swing and never on stone 2. And Jack Miller got a pitch for you. Kevin ready for it. Kevin Golden grounds out to the first baseman. Bryce Harper on the flicks to the pitcher. Zach Wheeler accepting the first base back in time. And Kevin Golden goes down. Coming next to bat for the Tigers. Dylan next to bat for the Tigers and the Tiger Bears on base. 1 out. Bottom of the first, here we go. Second, we got a pitch, ready to catch the ball, 1-0. Second, we're going to pitch, ready to catch the ball, 2-0. Second, we're going to pitch, ready to catch the ball, strike 1, 2-1. Second, we're going to pitch, ready for it. And Dylan goes lines out to the right field of Brandon Morris. And then coming up next to bat for the Tigers, we got Cole kicking next to bat for the Tigers. No Tiger players on base. The 2 outs, bottom of the first, here we go. That we got a pitch gonna go you go, gonna catch the ball without. They're gonna pitch go swing and strike 1. Then we're gonna pitch go swing and we're gonna catch and because we're gonna pitch go gonna catch the ball without. Then we're gonna pitch go swing and strike 1. Swing and strike 1. Then we're gonna pitch go Cookie. That's what time young Cookie goes right in the back of the 2 days on. Then we're gonna pitch go swing and strike 2 1 2. Then we're gonna pitch go gonna catch the ball 2 and 2. Then we're gonna pitch go swing and not strike 3 and Cookie's out. Cookie got straight F out by Zach Wheeler. Go sit in that dugout. Sit in the third dugout again. First strike for Zach Wheeler in 1 game. That's 3 outs for the Tigers. So still was going to game where Jimmy. That's end the first inning, Jimmy. We went on to the second inning where Jimmy. It's the Phillies turning back. Let's see the Phillies nearly turning back top of second. The 351st the back top of second. We Alabone, Amanda Sosa, and Brandon Morris. And also Justin Carver's still out again. The injury he had, so and Amanda Sosa playing left field. And Brandon Morris is playing right field, and Daniel's playing center field, so.
Person.
So coming up the bat for the Phillies, we have Ellen Bone to the bat for the Phillies. No Philly fans on 8-0. Top of the second, here we go. Tucker and Screwball got a pitch in there, waiting for it. And Ellen Bone flies out to the center fielder, James Allen. And Ellen Bone was out, going over 1. So coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have Armando Sosa next to bat for the Phillies. No Philly fans on base. 1 out, top of the second, here we go. Tucker Screwball got a pitch coming there for you. Armando going for it. Ronnie's catch goes the balls 1-0. And Turco Screwball got another pitch coming there for you. Armando going for it. Ronnie's catch goes the ball 2 is 2-0. And Turco Screwball got another pitch coming there for Armando going for it. Ronnie's catch goes the ball 3-0. I know the good pitching matchup between Zach Wheeler and Turco Screwball. Yeah. And Turco Screwball got another pitch for Armando going for it. And that is ball 4. And Amanda Sosa is walking against the first base for the fans. And this is Amanda Sosa's first walk of the game. And I don't think you have to be. Can't really let see. What are you talking about? I don't know what they said. His boy Dan Hill's in the lineup again. But coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have Brandon Morris next to bat for the Phillies. We got 1 Philly player in first base, 1 out top of second. Here we go. Turco Screwball on the pitch getting up for you. Morris ready for it. Swinging and missing, that strike was on 1. And Turco Screwball on the pitch getting up for you. Morris ready for it. Riding catch go to strike 2 is on 1-2. And Taco School got another pitch coming for you. Morris Tree, wait for it. And Brandon Morris grinds into a force out to the second baseman, Sash McKinstry, to the shortstop, Kevin McGollum. And the Violet Soldiers out of second base, but Brandon Morris advanced to first base. So coming up next, the bat for the Phillies, we have Derek Hill. Next to bat the Phillies, we got 1-3 player on first base, 2 outs, top of second. Here we go. And Turco Screwball got a pitch coming for Derek away for it. Swing and a miss, and that strike one is 0-1. And Turco Screwball got another pitch coming for Derek away for it. Riders catch the gloves, balls 1-1. And Turco Screwball got another pitch coming for Derek. Turco Screwball got another pitch coming for Derek away for it. Riders catch the gloves, ball 2 is a 2-1. And Turco Screwball got another pitch coming for Derek away for it. He swing it there when that's a 5 balls, a 2-2. And this is the Tigers have been 9-1 last 10 games. He said, fingers Tiger when just seems to have worked. And Turco School got another pitch coming by Derek Wayboy. And Turco School stepped off the mound. Tommy Bone. And Turco School got another pitch coming by Derek Wayboy. Swing and a miss, and a strike during Derek Hill is down. Derek Hill, you overwhelm your first strikeout, you strain Brandon Rush on first base. That's 3 outs to the Phillies, so we still have a close game, ladies and gentlemen. We went on to the bottom of the second, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Tigers' turn to bat. Let's see what the Tigers can do in the turn to bat at the bottom of the second. And the 3 Tiger players to go to the bat at the bottom of the second will be Riley Greeny, Spencer Torgerson, and Kerry Carpenter. Oh, you from North Philly? I'm from North Philly as well. I'm from North. You from North Philly, but I'm from the northeast part of Philadelphia. So, yeah, so. Hey guys, anyway, you girlfriend, say my name. So it was some stuff new. Or that, shall not be doing. Because I wanted to get my name. Which I hate that happening. So coming at the bat for the Tigers, we have Raleigh Green coming bat. So coming to the bat for the Tigers, we have Raleigh Green coming to bat for the Tigers. No Tiger players on base. 0 outs. Bottom of the second. Here we go. Zach Wheeler got a pitch connect for Riley Winnie Bowen. Right now, catcher goes the ball is 1-0. Zach Wheeler got another pitch connect for Riley Winnie Bowen. Right now, catcher goes the ball 2-0. And Riley Green and Zach Wheeler got another pitch connect for Riley Winnie Bowen. He's swinging down when that's a 5-2-1. And guys, I'm going to rest of those you want to watch this game on MC Sports Philadelphia. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch connect for Riley Winnie Bowen. Right now, catcher goes the ball 3-1. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch connect for Riley Winnie Bowen. He's swinging down when that's a 5-3-2. And that's a full count. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch connect for Riley Winnie Bowen. He's swinging down and goes right into the grass, and that's a single. And Riley Green advanced to first base for the Tigers. And Riley Green singles on a line drive to the right fielder, Brandon Orange. If you're trying to make a Pokemon joke, that's not funny then. You know. So coming up next, the bat for the Tigers, we have Spencer Torkelson. Coming next, the bat for the Tigers, we got one Tiger man first base, 0 outs, bottom of the second. Here we go. Zach Wheeler got a pitch connect for Spencer Great Bowen. Right now, catch goes, the strike one is 0-1. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch connect for Spencer Great Bowen. Man, I was going to knock down this one again. And Spencer Torkelson grounds it to a double play to the shortstop, Trey Turner, to the second baseman, Bryson Stott, and do it to the first baseman, Bryce Harper in time. And Riley Green is out at second base, and Spencer Torkelson is out at first base. Hey, Star Wars, you got a double play. You know you like the double plays. You got the double play balls and stuff. If I still got knocked on his body again, caught the baseball. Every time. If I caught the baseball and fell right back on the... So coming up next, the bat for the Tigers, we had Kerry Carpenter. Next, the bat for the Tigers. No Tiger plays on base. 2 outs, bottom of the second. Here we go. Zach Wheeler got a pitch connect for Kerry Great Bowen. Right now, catch the girl, the strike one is 0-1. Zach Wheeler got another pitch connect for Kerry Great Bowen. Right now, catch the girl, strike 2 0-2. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch for Kerry Great Bowen. Swinging the base, and that's strike 3. And Kerry Carpenter is down. Kerry Carpenter, you got strike F out by Zach Wheeler. Go sit in that Tigers dugout again. Second strike for Zach Wheeler, 2 games. And that's 3 outs for the Tigers. So we still have a score game, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of the second, ladies and gentlemen. We're moving on to the third inning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Phillies turn the bat. Let's see what the Phillies can do to turn the bat top of the third. And the 3 Philly players to the bat top of the third will be JT Realmuto, Bryson Stott, and Trey Turner. JT Realmuto had no stat line. Bryson Stott had no stat line. And Trey Turner 0-1. Oh, you talking about Pikachu? I know the one you talking about, Slim. Yeah. That's not even how you spell the word Pikachu anyway. Even though I know that, because that's not even how you spell the name of that Pokemon anyway. Pikachu is spelled P-I-K-A-C-H-U. That's how you spell it, y'all. You spell Pikachu wrong. Yeah. Yeah, there's no W in Pikachu. And there's no K in there either. There's only one, there's no C in there. It's Pikachu. So you gotta take the C out and then with the and then Pik and then ACH and then you gotta take the A and the W out and put a U there. Yeah, that's how you spell Pikachu. The Pikachu is spelled like this. And I'm spelling it for you right here. That's how you spell Pikachu right there. Yeah, you spell Pikachu right there. Yeah, so that's how you spell the Pokemon name. Then you want the 501. That's how you spell it down. Yeah, because that's how you spell it, son. You don't spell it when the way you spell it, because that's not how you spell it, son. Yeah, I was just telling you about for you Slim and Star Wars, because Slim and Star Wars, you're supposed to spell Pikachu wrong. So I'm just letting y'all know that's how you're supposed to spell it anyway. I know you say you're not good at spelling the name of the Lightning Bolt Pokemon I'm getting. And, you know, I'm here to help, so, you know. So coming up the bat for the Phillies, we had J2 removed to come to bat the Phillies. No Philly bats on base. 0 out, top of the third. Here we go. So Togo Schoolball got the fix can away. JT going forward. Running Chelsea goes balls 1-0. And Terrence School going to fix you, JT swing the mids and that's strike 1-1. And Terrence School going to fix you, JT running swing that with the 5 balls 1 and 2. And Terrence School going to fix you, JT. And JT Miller got hit by a pitch and will advance to first base for the Phillies. Terrence School, you want to hit our catcher? You want to hit our starting catcher, JT Miller with a pitch? Are you serious? You trying to come on now? Don't do that. And coming up next to bat with the Phillies, we got Bryson Stock. And next to bat with the Phillies, we got 150 player in first base, 0 outs, top of the third. Here we go. Togo Schoolball got the pitch in the base Stock and ready for it. Running catch to go to the strike on one. I know you Slim, you and my girlfriend are both the best spellers. Cause you, Star Wars, and my girlfriend Naomi are both bad at spelling. Cause you know, cause my girlfriend's bad at spelling too, Slim. She's not good at spelling too, so, you know, so. You know, so, you know. Yeah, Terrence Cooper going to fix him. He started running kids going to strike on one. Terrence Cooper going to fix. He started. He swinging down the 5 was on 2. And Terrence Cooper going to fix getting the race stock away for win. And Bryson Stott grinds out to the second baseman, Zach McKinstry to the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson, and JT Miller advances to second base. And Bryson Stott's up, Bryson Stott over 1. Coming up next to bat with the Phillies, we have Trey Turner. Next to bat with the Phillies, we got 1-3 player on second base. 1 out, top of the third. Here we go. Togo Schoolball got a pitch getting ready, Trey, get ready for it. Right, he's swinging that with the 5 balls on 1. And Togo Schoolball got another pitch getting ready, Trey, get ready for it. And Trey Turner lines out to the right field and Matt Bailey. And Trey Turner's down. Trey Turner, you 0 for 2. So coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we had Kyle Swilligan next to bat for the Phillies. You know, Philly Bears, 1-3 player on second base. 2 outs, top of the third. Here we go. Yep, Trey Turner is terrible, man. Yeah, I ain't know what else to say. That's why we drafted Trey Turner's, replacement. Tyler Springle yesterday, so yes, that's why. And we paid Trey Turner all this money, and he's terrible. And letting your contract for that amount of money. And coming next to the Phillies, we got Castro next to the Phillies. Got 1-3 player on second base, 2 outs, top of the third. Here we go. Togo Schoolball got a pitch going, swinging the mids, striking on 1. And Togo Schoolball got another pitch going, swinging the mids, and that strike 2 is 0-2. Yeah, Trey Turner won the batting the batting title last year. He did. And took us school another pitch in the baseball and green board. Right his catch goes balls 1 and 2. Yeah, Trey Turner, you won the batting title yesterday. You ain't got to do one play, and now this year you just like, And took us school another pitch when he swung and green board. And Castro asked for time on you. And Castro will get right in the back box on base home. Shout out to 3 watch anything for the 6 likes. Your right star was wake up, Phillies. Wake up. And took us school another pitch in the base swung with green board. Right his catch goes roll 2 to 2-2. What's up, Insanable is my name. Good afternoon to you. And God bless you on this beautiful Sunday. With the weather nice outside. And Turco School got another pitch coming up on you. Swim with green board. Right his catch goes roll 3 to 3-2 to full count. What's up, Africa? When they're United. Have you been watching the #1 spot of the World Cup? I watched the World Cup here and there. I did watch it when the Team USA was in it, but then the Team USA got eliminated, so I haven't been watching the World Cup since then. I watched I watched the other team when Team USA was in it, and when Team USA had another games and stuff. But I stopped watching the World Cup after the Team USA got eliminated. So yeah, so and Turco School got another pitch gonna be swung with green board. You swing that one goes right into the stands, and that's a foul ball to 3-2. Well, stars, if you start to say we were done with Trey Turner, then hey, I'm on with you that one. Trey Turner gotta get better to make me like him again because now, And Tucker School got another pitch in the race one, we get ready for it. He swing that one goes right into the grass, and that's a single. And Castro advanced the first base for the Bills. And on the grass, and Castro went up first. Stop it saying Castro got a. He swing and go right in the grass, and that's a single. Castro got a hit. He's going for 1, and Castro and singles on a line drive to the left fielder, Riley Green, and Castro advanced to second base. And Castro going for 2, and Castro and singles on a line drive to the left fielder, Riley Green, and Castro advanced to second base. And the Phillies scored a run, so the Phillies had 1 run. The Tigers had 0 runs, and the Phillies get the first one score on the top of the first thanks to JT Megan. That was one of the Phillies. Usually got the first one number one, guys. Looking at 1-0 Phillies. We started off good. So coming up next to bat the Phillies, we got Bryce Harper next to bat the Phillies. We got one Philly player on second base, 2 outs, top of the third. Here we go. Urban Nation, Urban Nation, Urban Nation. And took a school and got a pitch for Bryce, get ready for it. Ready to catch the balls well. Took a school and a pitch for Bryce, get ready for it. And Bryce Harper grinds out softly to the second base and Zach McKinney Street to the first base and Spencer Ferguson. And Bryce Harper's out. Bryce Harper, you over 2. Bryce Harper, you over 2. And you stranded Castro on second base. Taylor. And that's 3 outs for the Phillies. So it's going to the Phillies have 1 run. The Tigers have 0 runs. We went on to the bottom of the third, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Tigers' turn to win. Let's see the Tigers when they turn at the bottom of the third. Now it's 1-0 Phillies. And the 3 Tiger players these at the bottom of the third will be Zach McKinstry, Matt Bueller, and James Outman. Research says that Americans Best athletes playing American football, basketball, baseball. Maybe one day we'll choose soccer. I'm gonna no money playing now. Well, Americans do play soccer too. Well, we don't. We don't have no. Do we have Americans to play soccer? Soccer. I'm not too sure, cause I don't know if they do. It's 10 rounds, and there's 20 rounds. Yeah, cause 5 to 20 for the MLB draft. Yeah, J2. Yeah, it's 5 to 20. Yeah. In the development. It's Zach versus Zach, y'all. So we got Zach McKendry coming up next to bat for the Tigers. No Tiger players on base. Zeros. Bottom of the third. Here we go. Zach Wheeler got a pitch scanner for you. McKendry going forward. Swinging the miss. Strike one's on one. What's up, Zach from Denver? And Zach Wheeler got a pitch scanner for you. McKendry getting ready for it. Yeah, Zach and Zach. So you know how the way you spell Zach in a different way. You give us Zach with a K or with an H. And running catch gonna strike two zone two. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch scanner for you. McKendry getting ready for it. Running catch goes to balls 1 and 2. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch for you. McKendry getting ready for it. You swing at that one. That's a 5 balls 1 and 2. What up, Winston? What's that? You showed up. Your boy Derek Hill's in the lineup again. I think the third straight game for all three of these games. Because Justin Carter's still injured, so. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch going to play McKendry going for it. Running catch goes to ball 2 and 2. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch going to play McKendry going for it. We know Derek Hill had the RBI yesterday, so. If I started switching up his glove, he don't like that one. And I was like, I'm gonna different. I'm use my other first baseman glove I have. That's why players bring extra fitting gloves. And Zach McKendry reaches on a missed catch error by the first baseman Bryce Harper, assisted to the second baseman Bryson Stein. So coming up next to bat for the Tigers, we have Matt Viewing next to bat for the Tigers. We have one Tiger player on first base. Zeros, bottom of the third. Here we go. Zach Wheeler got a pitch scanner for you, Meg. Ready for one. Right now, catching gun, strike one's on one. And Matt Viewing got another pitch scanner for you. And Zach Wheeler got a pitch scanner for you, Meg. Ready for one. Catching gun, strike on one. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch for you, Meg. Ready for one. Right now, catching gun, strike two, zone two. They're in the dead. I'm trying to fix Bryce Harper's first baseman glove, the gray one, the tan brown one. They're trying to fix the strings on there. That's how Bryce Harper can catch that baseball, man. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch coming for you, Meg, and ready for it. Right now, catcher goes to balls 1 and 2. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch coming for you, Meg, and ready for it. You swing at that one. That's a 5 balls 1 and 2. Yesterday I couldn't be here. I went to a AAA game in Indianapolis. Nice Wednesdays. But by the way, Wednesdays, your boy Darren Hill got in yesterday's game had 3 stolen bases in yesterday's game, and Darren Hill was named player of the game yesterday too. So, so you know that's a good thing. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch coming for you, Meg, and ready for it. You swing at that one. That's another 5 balls, still 1 and 2. And everybody's want to switch back on pitting gloves right now. As you know. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch coming for you, Meg, and ready for it. Swing and a miss, and I strike during Matt Billings zone. Matt Billings got struck the F out by Zach Wheeler. Go sit in that Tiger dugout, yeah. Third strikeout for Zach Wheeler, 3 Ks. So coming up next, the bat for the Tigers, we have James Allman next to bat for the Tigers. We have one Tiger playing first base, 1-0. Bottom of the third, here we go. Zach Wheeler got the pitch, going to James going forward. Right now, catch the guns, balls, 1-0. Zach Wheeler got the pitch, James going forward. He's swinging down with the 5 balls and 1-1. This is why Star Wars should listen to this next one. Really? Listen to you in what way? In what way was next? Should Star Wars listen to you more? In what way? And Zach Wheeler got another pitch for you, James Gray boy. James out, and Zach Wheeler doing a pitch on this first baseman Bryce Harper to make sure that Zach McKenzie can get the first base bag. They get to number 1 at first base. Zach Wheeler got another pitch for you, James Gray boy. Swing and a miss, and now strike 2 to 1-2. Are you just joking with Star Wars? Cause I thought like you were serious on that one Wednesday. I thought you was serious on that. Cause when you said it sounded like it was serious. Cause the way you wrote it, I was like, is Wednesday really serious to tell me that Star Wars you listen to him? Is he being serious on this one? And Zach Wheeler got the pitch for James Green for swinging the miss and that strike 3. And James Altman is out. James Altman, you got to strike the F out by Zach Wheeler. Gonna sit in the Tigers dugout yeah. 4 strikeout by Zach Wheeler, 4 Ks. I know, but the way you said it was like, I thought you were serious on that. So coming out next to bat for the Tigers, we got Kevin McGonigal. Connects to bat for the Tigers. We got 1 Tiger playing first base, 2 outs, bottom of the third. Here we go. Zach Wheeler got a pitch going to Kevin Gray Bowen. He's swinging that one as the 5 balls on 1. They still trying to fix Bryce Harper's the 10 baseball gun. They still trying to fix that thing. Still trying to fix the strings on there. They might still got a second one. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch going to Kevin Gray Bowen. He's swinging at the 5 balls on 1. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch for Kevin Gray Bowen. He's swinging at the 5 balls on 2. So Thursday was right. So it's a yeah. Cause the Phillies just announced that. They just announced that today, and then the report came out on Twitter. So that's how I found it through Twitter. I found it through X because I didn't know. I found out through X about Chris Sanchez being the starting pitcher for the All-Star game for the National League. I found out through X first, and that's how I sent the message in the group chat because I didn't know. I was hoping that Chris Sanchez would be the starting pitcher, and and stuff like that. And then they didn't announce it yet until today. So, And Zach Wheeler got another pitch going to Kevin Gray Bowen. And Zach Wheeler took a pitch up this first man and Bryce Harper to make sure that Zach McKenzie gets the first stage right. Pick it to the 1 at first base. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch going to Kevin Gray Bowen. And Kevin McGonigal grinds out to the first base and Bryce Harper. And Kevin McGonigal goes out. And that's 3 outs for the Tigers. So the score is the Phillies have 1-1, the Tigers have 0-1. That's the end of the 3rd, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the 4th inning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Phillies turn the red. Let's see what the Phillies can do to turn the red top of the 4th. It's still 1 of the Phillies. And the 3 Philly players to the red top of the 4th will be Alec Boone, Amanda Sosa, and Brandon Marsh. Alec Boone is over 1. Amanda Sosa got walked, and Brandon Marsh is over 1. Why do you want to know what kind of paperwork Slim is doing? What's that? Why you want to know that? Why you want to know that? That could be confidential. That could be confidential stuff, Cause I don't think Slim should be telling you what kind of paperwork he's working on. Cause that could be important stuff for his job or something that you don't need to know about. You don't need to know about. And now, what if it's something important for a job or something? He told you that, and you said it in the chat, and then Slim put that in the chat. Then that will kind of expose everything. That'll expose something he's doing for work or something. And, you don't want to do that. Oh, now Slim is telling you what it is on Wednesday. He said calendar and login updates that cover general direction in life. So that's what it is. Yeah, the home run derby is tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on Netflix, and then the All-Star game is on. It's Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on Fox. Yeah, so you know. No, what's next? The home run derby. You gotta watch that on Netflix. So the home run derby. If you're gonna watch the home run derby tomorrow night at 8 p.m., you gotta go to Netflix to watch it. It's not on YouTube. It's only on Netflix. Yeah, so you gotta go to Netflix for that one. The All-Star game, you can watch it on Fox on Tuesday at 8 p.m. So yeah, you can. You can't watch the home run derby on YouTube. It's gonna be on Netflix. Yeah, I'm streaming the All-Star game on Tuesday night. Yes. So coming at the bat for the Phillies, you got Adam Wong for the bat for the Phillies. No Philly bats on base. 0. Start the phone. Here we go. Tony Schoolwell got a pitch getting over you. Edwin waiting for Edwin flies out to the center field. James Allen. Edwin was down. Edwin over 2. So coming up next, the bat of the Phillies, we have Amanda Sosa next bat of the Phillies. No Philly bats on base. 1 out. Top of the phone. Here we go. Tuggle Schoolball got a pitch swinging Amanda going for a really swinging pitch. Strike no 1. Tuggle Schoolball got a pitch swinging Amanda going for it. And Amanda Sosa asks for a time on you. And Amanda Sosa get 5 system on base on. Tuggle Schoolball got another pitch swinging Amanda going for a running catch. Strike 2, no 2. Tuggle Schoolball got another pitch swinging Amanda going for a swinging at the 5 on 2. Tuggle Schoolball got another pitch swinging Amanda going for it. Amanda Sosa flies out to the right field of Matt Viewing. And Amanda Sosa is out. Amanda Sosa, you 0 for 1. So coming up next, the bat for the Phillies, we have Brandon Marsh next to the bat for the Phillies. We got no Philly Bears on base. 2 outs, top of the 4th. Here we go. Yeah, nobody knows about Johnny. Nobody knows about the Star Wars Project Black Wings. Nobody knows what that is. Yeah, Medved used to be with the Phillies. Yeah. And Tucker School got a pitch getting for Morris Green Boy. He's swinging down with the 5 on 1. And Tucker School got another pitch getting for Morris Green Boy. Riding catch goes balls 1-1. And Tucker School got another pitch getting for Morris Green Boy. And Brandon Morris grounds out to the second baseman. Zach McKinstry due to the first baseman Spencer Torkelson in time. And Brandon Morris is out. Brandon Morris, you're over 2. And that's 3 outs for the Phillies. So score the Phillies at 1-1. The Tigers have 0 runs. And we went on to the bottom of the 4th, ladies and gentlemen. If the Tigers turn the red, let's see the Tigers can turn the red at the bottom of the 4th. And the three Tiger players do up the bat at the bottom of the 4th will be the Linden, Cole Keith, and Riley Greening. Yeah, Matt Bay used to be on the Phillies, yeah. We traded him to the Detroit Tigers. He was on the Phillies, yeah. That's why I say he's the former Phillies player. Because, you know, we had him on the Phillies, I think. Was it last season or whatever? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so he was part of the team before we traded him to the Tigers and stuff, so. That was it. Keep your eye on the ball. And what's that say? Keep an eye on the ball, dang. Yeah, you missed the Phillies with you, dang. By the time I got his original baseball, when his fading glove back on, I didn't get to use the other one, but you know, he fixed this one. Fixed it for him, so. So coming up the bat for the Tigers, we have Then we're gonna come to bat for the Tigers. No Tiger players on base. 0. Top of the board. Bottom of the board. Here we go. Zach Wheeler got a pitch for you. Dylan go 8 forward. But you swing it down with the 5 on 1. Yeah, Justin Crawford got a left knee soreness. If you go to the group chat Wednesdays, you can scroll back up in the group chat and find out what Justin Crawford's injury is. Left knee soreness. That's what Justin Crawford got. That's why he scratched out the first game. And that's why Darren Hill played scratched out on the second game. That's why Darren Hill played in game 2, and then played in the game today. Yeah, that's why so. And speaking of this, ladies and gentlemen, they talking about Christopher Sanchez. Christopher Sanchez is an all-star starter this season with 11-4 record, with 127.1 innings, 2.62 ERA, 1 complete game, 25 out of 144 walks, 10 strikes, a quality starts 14, and more of 4.0. Named the National League starting pitcher for the All-Star game. Shout out to Christopher Sanchez one time. Christopher Sanchez. Is that really gonna the pitch? Can it work? Is that really gonna pitch? Is anybody catch the ball? It's striking. It's swinging 5 on 1. Is that we're gonna pitch? Anyone gets 5 on 2? They're gonna pitch. Anyone catch the ball 1 and 2? They're gonna pitch. Anyone going to Williams? They're gonna pounce out to the first base and vice versa. And the Williams goes down. Coming up next to bat for the Tigers, we have Cole Keaton next to bat for the Tigers. No Tiger players on base. 1 out. To the bottom of the board. Here we go. Is that we're gonna pitch? Cole running catch goes strike on 1. That we're gonna pitch Cole running because he goes to strike 2 zone 2. That we're gonna pitch Cole get ready for it. And Cole keep asks for time on your and Cole keep give up in the red box system of base balls. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch Cole get ready for it. He's swinging that with a 5 zone 2. Okay, so what is it with the Cardinals doing it also just again? It's because which is why Zach Wheeler declined because the MLB made a late decision, and they were looking for somebody. They wanted Zach Wheeler to be a reserve pitcher for the All-Star game, and they waited to the last minute. And they asked Zach Wheeler, will you be All-Star pitching will be on the a reserve, we want to be. They asked Zach Wheeler, would you join the National All-Star game as a reserve? And Zach Wheeler said no, because he was not named as a name as part of the list of people to get voted in. He don't want to take the option of being a reserve player. So that's the reason for that. Wednesday, that's why he declined. It was him. He used to play more in the game. Jack Turner, the Tigers got that. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch. He goes going forward. Runner catch goes balls 1 and 2. Zach Wheeler got another pitch. He goes runner catch goes balls 2 and 2. Zach Wheeler got another pitch. He goes runner catch goes balls 3 and 2 full count. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch. He goes going forward. And Cole Key lines out to the center fielder, Derek Hill. And Cole Key is out. And you said Tuesday, you remember not really happy to go because of the financial side of things. I'm a pickle, but we'll deal with it. That's what you're trying. Oh, that's what you're telling What's That Slim. I hope What's That can read that and understand what you mean by that. So coming up next to bat for the Tigers, we have Riley Green next to bat for the Tigers. We got no Tiger players on base. 2 outs, bottom of the board. Here we go. Zach Wheeler got a pitch coming for you, Riley. Get ready for it. Swinging the miss and the strike was on 1. Zach Wheeler got a pitch for Riley. Get ready for it. Runner catch goes balls 1 and 1. And Zach Wheeler got a pitch for Riley. Get ready for it. Swinging the miss and that strike 2 is 1 and 2. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch coming for you, Riley. Get ready for it. Swing and a miss, and that strike three. Rolly Green out. Rolly Green gets struck there for the second time by Zach Wheeler. We'll send that target dugout. Yeah. 8 strikeout for Zach. 5th strikeout for Zach Wheeler. 5 Ks. And that's 3 outs for the Tigers. So the score is the Phillies have 1-1. The Tigers have 0-1. That's the end of the 4th, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the 5th inning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Phillies turning back. Let's see the Phillies can do the turning back top of the 5th. Still 1 of the Phillies. And the three Philly players due at the bat at the top of the 5th will be Derek Hill, J.T. Hills, and Bryson Stott. Derek Hill's over 1 with a strikeout. J.T. Hill got hit by a pitch in a run. And Bryson Stott's over 1. This is his name. I'm in the position he plays, so. And Sam said the Wednesday said, and Wednesday said sorry. Sam sorry about the financial vehicle. I understand my landlord called to me. I got financial problems to understand. Is this somebody the Phillies drafted in the draft today? That's what it is, you know. In the MVJ, the Phillies just drafted this person, so. Yeah, everyone, don't tell me to shut up. Don't tell me to shut up. Don't ever tell me to shut up. This is my stream, so don't tell me to shut up. That's one thing you never do, tell me to shut up. If I shut up, my stream will be all silent, so you don't ever tell me to shut up. You know? You don't ever do that. You ain't gonna come to my stream and tell me to shut up. If I don't talk, then the stream's gonna be silent. Like, come on now. That's gonna be more than just there and there. Then the stream gonna be interesting if I can't speak and stuff. I'm covering the game, doing a lot of play. I can't be quiet the whole time. Like, come on now. Like, you know, who does that? Come in the stream and tell somebody to shut up. That means if I be quiet, then my stream will be silent, and then it'll be a quiet stream. And I ain't about to have to do that. So coming up the bat for the Phillies, we had Derek Hill from the bat for the Phillies. No Philly bats on base. 0, top of the 5th. Here we go. Tucker School got a pitch in the way. Derek, ready for it. Yeah, because I never had somebody come to the street and tell me to shut up. Like, who are you to tell me to shut up? Like, am I allowed to talk or something? And Tucker School got a pitch right there. Running sweet at the 5-1. Tucker School got a pitch right there. Running catch goes ball 1-1. Derek School got a pitch right there. Swing and miss straight 2, 1 and 2. Derek School got a pitch right there. And Derek Hill has for Tario. And Derek Hill got right in the back box on baseball. And Tucker School got a pitch right there. Ready for it. You swing that was the 5 balls 1 and 2. Yes, man. That person came to the stream and telling me to shut up. And then Winston took care of it and blocked the person. Because they came to the stream and told me to shut up, like literally, like. And Tucker School got a pitch right there. Great boy, swing that one's another 5 balls, still 1 and 2. Like, you have the nerve to tell me to shut up, like, I'm not allowed to talk, or something. When people do live pair plays, they gotta talk, they can't be silent. That's like you going into play-by-play with JJ and telling him to shut up, and he's not allowed to talk. That's like telling Philly halftime that tell him to shut up and he's not allowed to talk. Like, come on now, you don't just do that. Yeah, you can't just tell people to shut up, you know. And Tucker School got another pitch right there, great for it. Riding catch goes the ball 2 and 2. And Tucker School got another pitch right there, great for it. Riding catch goes the ball 3 and 2. That's a full count. It says my grandmother is making us pay for a new AC unit and won't fix it. He said if we don't pay for the new AC unit, until he was evicted. That's just wrong, Winston. You let us go and evict y'all if y'all don't pay for the new, if you don't gotta make y'all pay for the new AC unit, new air conditioning unit. That's wrong. And he won't fix it. It's like my girlfriend's landlord. won't fix the mouse hole that she has a hole in her room where a mouse keep coming out of, and Naomi told her landlord about it, and the landlord wouldn't fix it, and the landlord said that's Naomi's problem. She got to fix it herself. So it's like, her landlord won't do anything about it. And it's like, that's her problem. And it's just like, come on now. Why are you even a landlord for an apartment complex if you're not gonna help out your residents when they have mouse holes and all that stuff? Like you want them to figure out themselves. Same thing with your grandma, Winston. Like you want your grandma to pay for the AC unit instead of your landlord fixing it. That would be a nice landlord. You want your grandma to pay for a new one. That's like, and then when they say when threaten to evict you if you don't pay for the new AC unit. Like, come on, that's just wrong. Yeah, that's just wrong because and it's just like that's not even cool, though. And Terrence School are gonna eventually there great boy. Swinging the base not strike doing Derek Hill's down. That's why I feel bad for your grandma, Winston, and I feel bad for my girlfriend because like y'all shouldn't go through that when you have landlords that don't want to help y'all fix anything, you know? And Derek Hill, you're over too, your second strikeout. Yeah, my grandma been here for 20 years and don't want to leave, see? Because he evicted her because you don't pay for stuff. Like, where your grandma supposed to get the money from to pay for an AC unit? Where'd you go get the money from? Like, So coming up next to have the Phillies, we got JT Real next to have the Phillies. No Philly Bears on base. One out, top of the fifth. Here we go. Circle school, got a base for JT. Running catch goes rolls now. Touch school, got a base for JT. Running catch goes strike one. Then James school, got a base for and then James school, got a base for JT. Swinging and ready strike 2 1 and 2. James school, got a base for JT. Wait for JT. X for top of yo. JT, grabbing the back, sitting on baseball. James school, got a base for JT. Running catch goes roll 2 2 and 2. James school, got a base for JT. Wait for swinging at the power 2 and 2. And Tony Swim gonna have history JT Willie Boy swinging that one's another 5-1 still 2 and 2. And the second school gonna have history JT Willie Boy swinging that one goes right into the grass and that's a single. And JT Willie will miss the first base for the field. JT Willie got a hit, he's 1 for 1, y'all. And JT Willie singles on line drive to center field and James Owen. Well, Winston, my girlfriend Yobi told me that her landlord never kicked her out and never raised her rent. So her landlord's not kicking her out and not raising the rent on her. So what was different with my girlfriend Naomi is she's not getting threatened with eviction like how your grandma's getting your grandma's getting threatened with eviction, but my girlfriend's not getting it because she's not getting it. The only thing my girlfriend's getting told about her landlord is it's her problem. She got to fix the whole household problems. That's the only thing she's getting told about her landlord. With your grandma's landlord, which said she getting threatened with eviction. So yeah, And coming up next to bat the Phillies, we have Bryson Stock, and next to bat the Phillies, we got one free player on first base, one out, top of the fifth. Here we go. Second school got a base for you, Stock, and wait, swing that, go way to the wall. And Joyce stop on the run first, stop a second. Bryce Stock got a double, yo. Bryce Stock got a double, yo. And Bryce Stock got a hit. Bryce Stock got a hit. Bryce Stock is 1 for 2, yo. And this is Bryce Stock 17 double in the 2026 season on the ground ball to the right field of Matt Bailey. And JT Miller rests the third base. So the Phillies have Bryce Stock on second base and JT Miller on third base. And the Detroit Tigers have him out busy, yo. And the Slims said the landlord sounds like a real loser snake. Yeah, that's why I said Winston's grandma's landlord is a jerk, and then my girlfriend Naomi, her landlord who is my girlfriend's landlord who is AKA is a landlord slash a police officer. Is a jerk. Is a jerk too because like you want her to take care of the mouse problem herself. Like literally, like you want her to take care of that herself. And it's like literally, that's why she can't sleep at night because she has the whole bedbug situation reoccurring again because of the mattress she has. And then on top of that, she got mice running around the room at nighttime because, because the landlord won't get the whole clothes for her. So it's just bad in itself. So, And then my girlfriend has had enough money to buy a new mattress like that. So, she didn't have the money to do that. She would change, she would give her that mattress and then she have a new one, so you wouldn't have to worry about the backlog situation. So it's just, You know, so she really had that, it taking her that issue with nerves, but she ain't much like that, you know. So coming up next, the bat of the Phillies, we had Trey Turner next to bat of the Phillies. We have Philly Bears on second base and third base. One on top of the fifth. Here we go. Tucker School got a pitch, get over. Trey, go ready for it. Swing the base, striking on one. Tucker School got a pitch, Trey, running catch goes, ball one. And Tucker School got a pitch, Trey, go ready for swinging the base, and that's strike two to 1-2. And Tucker School got a pitch, Trey, go ready for it. And Tucker School stepped off the mound. And Tucker School got a pitch, Trey, go ready for it. He's swinging down when that's a 5-1 to 1-2. Yeah, it says starts a switch hitter. Yeah, you can call Vice start a switch hitter right now. Because, you know, yeah, we can call Vice start a switch hitter now. Because he Stock can hit against lefties, so, yeah, because Stock was hitting lefty, so he can hit between lefties or righties, so. And Tucker School got another pitch to Trey ready for it. And swing the miss, and that's strike three. Trey Turner's out. Trey Turner, you suck, man. Trey Turner, you 0 for 3 with your first strikeout. Trey Turner, you suck in this game. Your batting average dropped down to 234. Trey Turner, you cannot hit. Like, what the freak hell in this game, man? Trey Turner sucks, y'all. Trey Turner is 0 for 3 with one strikeout. Like, literally. So coming up next, the Bears and Phillies, you have Cal Swing next to the Bears and Phillies. You got Philly Bears on second base and third base. 2 outs, top of the fifth. Here we go. Tucker School got a pitch swing. He's swinging ready for it. Swinging the miss, and that strike was going 1. Castro would get J2 to home. And Tucker School got another pitch going to he's swinging ready for it. Ronnie catch goes balls 1-1. He said that landlord needs some time in the hospital with. Yeah, because we know. It just said that my grandma had to go through there. Even though her grandma was calling him by the right name. Just won't help him when it comes to having a mouse file room. And he won't help her get, won't go ahead and buy her new mattress so she can change out the one she has and get rid of that. And cut down the bed bug situation. It's like a landlord won't help him. Like, literally, like, I'm just saying, and Tucker School got another pitch in the base when we go wait for it. Ronnie catch goes ball 2-1. And Tucker School got another pitch when we go wait for it. Swing in the miss, and that's strike 2 to 2-2. And Tucker School got another pitch in the base when we go wait for it. Swing in the miss, and that's strike 2-2. Tucker School got another pitch when we go wait for it. Castro has but time of you. Castro give up in the back box is 1 baseball. And Tucker School got another pitch in the base when we go wait for it. Ronnie catch goes to ball 3-2 to 4 count. It turns one of our worst signings also. Well, yeah, you can start saying that right now. Yeah, you can start saying that with Star Wars. Yeah, Trey Turner's the worst signing right there. Mm-hmm. And Tucker School got another pitch in the base when we go wait for it. Swinging the miss, and that's strike 3. Castro was out. Castro, you 1 for 3 with your second strikeout. And you straight Vice start and J2 hit on base. Terrible. That's 3 out to the Phillies. So it's going. The Phillies have 1-1. The Tigers have 0 runs. And we went on to the bottom of the fifth, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Tigers turn the red. Let's do the Tigers and then turn the red at the bottom of the fifth. The 3 Tiger players do at the red at the bottom of the fifth will be Spencer Torgerson, Kerry Carpenter, and Zach McKendry. Well, you heard it here, folks, guys. We Philly fans in the chat are done with Trey Turner because he sucks in his game. And he's been sucking all season. And Trey Turner was the worst signing that the Phillies ever did. And yeah, that's pretty much it right there. No, Trey Turner is just terrible in his game, which says Trey Turner can't hit in this game. Like, literally, he strikes out, so that's the reason why, you know. Yeah, that's the reason why, because, you know, literally, so. Yeah, and he also did say that Trey Turner can't run fast when he gets on base because since Trey Turner had that injury on his leg and stuff, Trey Turner can't run fast so like he used to before the injury he had when he was out for like a couple of games. We had that one game because he had that injury. Yeah, so if Bryce ever had to be the leadoff man, yeah, so now Trey Turner can't run fast on base when he gets a single and stuff because you know because the injury on his foot. So yeah, that's the reason for that. So so you know that whole thing right there. So just saying like you know Trey Turner, well he ain't playing the same way when we first signed him to the Phillies, and now he just like what happened to him? He got the struggling thing where you do the stand ovation for him that thing that changed him around. But this season Trey Turner they're just not doing too well. So coming at the bat for the Tigers, we have Spencer Torkelson coming at the bat for the Tigers. No Tiger players on base. 0 down the field. Here we go. That one got a pitch for Spencer going for it. Swinging the pitch, striking on one. That one got a pitch for Spencer going for it. And Spencer Torkelson extra time on your own. Spencer Torkelson can run the baseball. And that one got another pitch coming for Spencer going for it. Right now, catch goes the Rolls 1-1. And that one got another pitch coming for Spencer going for it. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Is it 1-2? And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They just said right here, guys, ladies and gentlemen, they said that All-Star Futures game, Phillies prospect preserved after Tommy John surgery has a tattoo and to remember it. So, you know, the prospect, I'm not sure which one it is. Well, you know. You have to remember it, so I don't know which prospect it is, but, you know. Is that we're gonna pitch getting going Spencer going forward? Swinging the miss, strike two, 1-2. Is that we're gonna pitch Spencer going forward? Swinging the miss, not strike three. Spencer Torkelson out. Spencer Torkelson got strike out that. You got strike out the same time by Zach Wheeler. Yeah. Go sit in that Tigers dugout. Yeah. So, 6 strikeout for Zach Wheeler, 6 Ks. Yeah, Trey Turner won't win the bad tie this year. Not the way he's been playing. And coming up next to bat for the Tigers, we have Kerry Carpenter next to bat for the Tigers. We got no Tiger fans on base. 1 out, top of the fifth. Here we go. Zach Wheeler got a pitch connect, Kerry's away for it. You swing at that one, that's a foul ball zone 1. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch for Kerry away for it. Right now, JT's going. Right now, Catch goes balls 1-1. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch connect for Kerry away for it. Swing and a miss, and that strike two is 1-2. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch connect for you Kerry away for it. And Kerry Carpenter expect time on you. And Kerry Carpenter can revenue the best on base one. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch connect for Kerry away for it. Right now, Catch goes ball 2 to 2-2. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch connect for Kerry away for it. You swing at that one, that's a foul ball to 2-2. Is that here the 1-2 one voting for the Detroit Tigers? Yep. Is that we got another pitch coming for you? Kerry, get ready for it. And wait. The Tigers are challenging this. Give us a strike. And Kerry Carpenter was called out on the strike. Kerry and Carpenter, you got strike out by the second time by Zach Wheeler. Go sit in that Tigers dugout, yeah. 7 strikeout for Zach Wheeler, 7 Ks. Yeah, last year Trey Turner was great. This year Trey Turner sucks, man. You hit the nail on the head with things. Mm-hmm. Coming up next to bat for the Tigers, we have Zach McKinstry next to bat for the Tigers. We got no Tiger players on base. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Here we go. Zach Wheeler got a pitch getting for you. Zach scurry for it. His fingernail goes right to the grass. That's a single. Zach McKinstry advances the first base for the Tigers. Zach McKinstry singles on line drive to the left fielder, Amanda Sosa. Amanda Sosa, how you going to mess that up? So coming up next to bat for the Tigers, we have Matt Beeling next to bat for the Tigers. We got 1 Tiger fan first base. 2 outs. Top of the bottom of the 5th. Here we go. Zach Wheeler got a pitch getting for you, man. Get ready for it. And Matt Beeling flies out to the center fielder, Darren Hill, and Matt Beeling is out. And that's 3 outs for the Tigers. So it's going to the Phillies at 1-1. The Tigers at 0-1. That's the end of the 5th, ladies and gentlemen. And moving on to the 6th inning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Phillies' turn to bat. Let's see if the Phillies can able to turn the bat at the top of the 6th. The 3 Philly players to the bat at the top of the 6th. Bryce Harper, Alec Bohm, and Amanda Sosa. Bryce Harper's over 2. Alec Bohm's over 2. And Amanda Sosa's over 1 with a walk. Yep, Darren Hill's good on defense. And once that's hit the nail on the head yet again, once that said that Darren Hill is the best, is good on defense, and well, hey, now I'm seeing it now. Once that was right, Darren Hill is good on defense. He's good at hitting, and you know what? I gave Darren Hill a chance on this Phillies team, and he's showing me something. He's showing me that he's a good player and something. Best pickup we ever got from the Chicago White Sox. Good thing the Phillies did a trade with the Chicago White Sox to get Darren Hill. Best thing we ever did. Because, Darren Hill's been clutch. When you need somebody to come in and play when somebody gets injured, Darren Hill's been the guy. So, so I'll give that like, a same for that one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm saying that right there. I'm starting like Darren Hill now. Because, I love my boy Justin Corbin, but he's injured. But, Darren Hill's filling in right now until Justin Corbin can get better from that injury. So, so it's been the Darren Hill show this entire series. So, so. So coming at the bat for the Phillies, we have Bryce Harper going to bat for the Phillies. No Philly Bears on base. 0 outs, top of the 6th. Harper Nation. And Tucker School got a pitch going to Bryce. Get ready for it. Running catch goes the balls 1 out. And Tucker School going to pitch for Bryce. Swinging the man, strike with 1-1. And Tucker School going to pitch for Bryce. Get ready for it. He's swinging that was a foul. He's swinging the miss, and that strike 2 is 1-2. And Tucker School going to pitch for Bryce. Get ready for it. He's swinging that one as a foul. Balls 1-2. Yeah, that's 4 great players we have for the Phillies. Bryce Harper, Darren Hill, Zach Wheeler, Christopher Sanchez. Yep, those are the 4 best players right there. And Tucker School got another pitch going to Bryce. Get ready for it. He's swinging that one. That's another foul. Ball, still 1-2. Oh, yeah, and Brandon Morris as well. So let's say that list again. It's Bryce Harper, Derek Hill, Zach Wheeler, Christopher Sanchez, and Brandon Morris. Mm-hmm. And Tucker School got another pitch. Tucker School got another pitch going to Bryce. Ready for it. Brandon catch goes the ball 2 is a 2-2. And you say, let's see if Dave Gavassi makes any moves. Yeah, that's true. And Taylor School got another pitch in there, but he's ready for win. You swing it down when that's a 5 balls to 2-2. You're right, it's the Derrick Hill show. This entire series. It's the entire series against the Tigers because Derrick Hill been doing good in game 2 and game 3, so. And Taylor School got another pitch in there, but he's ready for win. You swing it down when that's another 5. You swing it down when it goes right to the stands, and that's another 5 balls, still 2-2. Yeah, what's that? You like what Star Wars said? Star Wars said it's the Hill show. You like that? You like that? You wrote that? And Taylor School got another pitch for you, Royce Green Boys, swinging at another 5 balls, still 2-2. And Taylor School got another pitch for you, Royce Green Boys. And Vice Howard asked for a timeout, yo. And Vice Howard can back in the bad system with base rules. And Taylor School got another pitch for you, Royce Green Boys. And swinging that one goes right to the grass, and that's a single one. Bryce Harper makes the first base for the Bills. Bryce Harper finally got a hit, and Bryce Harper's 1 for 3 on. And Bryce Harper singles on the ground ball to the shortstop, Kevin McCullough. And we got a my busy, yo. So we got the Tigers manager coming up to the mound to talk to Turco School, and he's taking him out the game. Pitching change for the Tigers. He said Wednesday, said Derrick Hill was the old Tigers. The Derrick Hill, the old Tigers, ruining his old team, yeah? Derrick Hill going against his former team, the Detroit Tigers, and making them look like shit right now. Making them look like shit. He made him look like shit. He made him look like shit yesterday. He made him look bad yesterday anyway. Making his former team look bad. Anyway, he's making him look bad. Because Derrick Hill was a Detroit Tiger player first before he got traded to the Chicago White Sox. So technically, yeah, he's making him look bad. Yeah, Tennessee Tigers only good pitcher. Only pitcher's good when it's over now. Well, what's that? You saying the Phillies gonna win the series? Well, yeah, they won the second game, and they're gonna win this third game because the Tigers took the first game, and the Phillies took the second game 4-2 yesterday. So they win this one, they take 2 out of 3. So that'll be kind of great. Yeah, but our bullpen is terrible. So that's the one part we have. Our bullpen is terrible. So. Yeah, the Phillies bullpen is so bad. It's like, yeah. We got good opening up here. They just showing on Philadelphia. Look at that. City of Volume 1160 infection. Oh, that's Detroit. I'm not sure which one of them think is Detroit. So. They're coming out the man for the Phillies. Coming next. So, big change for the Tigers. So, Terry School was done pitching today. Come to pitch for the Tigers with me. Canada. Montreal. So coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have Adam Rome next to bat for the Phillies. We got 1 free player on first base. 0 outs, top of the 6. Here we go. Montreal got a pitch coming for your Alec Ray Boyd. You swing it down when it's a 5-0-1. They'll go out a starting pitcher for the All-Star game on Tuesday. Christopher Sanchez, our starting pitcher for the National League, about to go out there and make the American League like they can't do shit. And, gonna strike them damn players out. And Rodrigo got another pitch coming for you, Alec Ray Boyd. Right as Catcher goes, Rose 1-1. Christopher Sanchez gonna put on a show Tuesday night in front of the home crowd in Cincinnati Park for the National League. Yeah, whoever the American League starting pitcher is going up against Christopher Sanchez, they ain't ready for it. They're not ready for it. And then Rodrigo got another pitch coming for you, Alec Ray Boyd. He swinging that one, goes right into the grass, and that's a single. And Alabama will advance to first base for the Phillies. Alabama got a hit. Alabama finally got a hit. He's 1 for 3, y'all. And Alabama singles on line drive to the pitcher, Kenneth Moreno, and Vice at second base. So the Phillies had Alabama in first base and Vice on second base. Alabama finally got a hit. So coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have Amanda Sosa next to bat for the Phillies. We got Philly Bears on first base, second base. 0 outs, top of the sixth. Here we go. Mozzarella got a pitch in there for Amanda going for win. Ronnie's catching good. The strike one is on one. Swinging the miss, strike was on one. And Monterino got another pitch and Amanda going for win. And Amanda Sosa is out on a sacrifice bunt to the pitcher. Kenneth Moreno to the first baseman Spencer Torgerson. Vice Alabama advanced to second base and Vice advanced to third base. So the Phillies have Alabama second base and Vice on third base. And Amanda Sosa's down. Amanda Sosa, you over one. You over one. We come up next to bat for the Phillies. We got Brandon Morris next to bat for the Phillies. We got Philly Bears on second base and third base. 1 out, top of the sixth. Here we go. Monterino got the pitch in there for you. Morris going forward. Brandon's catching goes to Morris 1-0. Brandon Morris, get Vice top of home. So we can score another. We can get a second one at least. And Monterino got the pitch in there for you. Morris going forward. Brandon's catching goes to Morris 2-2-0. And Monterino got another pitch in there for you. Morris going forward. Brandon's catching goes to Morris 3-0. And Monterino got another pitch in there for you. Morris going forward. And Caleb Monterino intentionally walks Brandon Morris. So the Phillies have Brandon Morris on first base, Alabama on second base, and Vice Harper on third base. Bases loaded for the Phillies. Yeah, like, what's that saying? Do a sack run like Star Wars always say. So play small ball. And that Tyler's got a mouth video. There he is. Uh-oh, here comes your favorite player coming up next on What's Next. So coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we got Darren Hill next to bat for the Phillies. Bases loaded with the Phillies. 1 out, top of the sixth. Here we go. And Monterino got a pitch getting for you, Derek. Ready for it. Ronnie's catching good. That strike one is on one. He's on Justin Verlander. Justin Verlander, that man ain't never losing the series. This man is old as dirt. And Monterino got a pitch for Derek. Ronnie catching good. Strike one on one. And Monterino got a pitch for Derek. Ready for it. Swing and a miss, and that strike two is on 1-2. Come on, Darren Hill. This is a grand slam opportunity. It's a grand slam opportunity right here. And Monterino gonna pitch for Derek. Wait for Darren Hill. That's for time on your own. Darren Hill can rub in the red boxes on baseballs. And Monterino gonna pitch for Derek. Wait for it. And Ronnie's catching go to strike three, and Darren Hill's out. Darren Hill, you 0 for 3 with your third strikeout. Darren Hill just got striked out, y'all. Darren Hill is 0 for 3 with his third strikeout. Darren Hill can't get a hit in this game, y'all. What happened to Darren Hill? He was good yesterday, and not today he can't hit at all. Darren Hill's 0 for 3. Darren Hill can't hit in this game, y'all. Then he was over 3. 3 strikeouts and over 3. So coming up next to bat the Phillies, we got JT Realmuto next to bat the Phillies. Bases only for the Phillies. 2 outs, top of the 6th. Here we go. Onorino got a pitch for JT going forward. Right to catch good. Ball's going to do. And Onorino got a pitch for Derek going forward. Right to catch good. Ball 2-2-0. Yeah, we Star Wars, you're right. We definitely need more runs because 1 run ain't going to cut it. So, and what's that? His best always said, swing the day, red there. What the hell was that? And one reader got a pitch right there going for you, JT, right for it. Wait a minute, don't say it, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me say it first. So I said, hold up, wait a minute. Let's put some sauce into it. Did I just say it like that? Yeah, I did. I said put some sauce into it. Don't say the scoring Wednesday. You're not supposed to do that. It's not your job, though. Don't do that Wednesday. You're not supposed to put the score on the change. Don't do that. It's not your job to do that. It's right there, go right, wait, the wall, run one first, stop a second. JT Reno got a W. JT Reno got a W. JT Reno got a hit. JT Reno is 2 for 2, yo. And it's a JT Reno Sports 11 of double on the 2026 on line drive to one fielder to Ronnie Green. And the Phillies score another run, so the Phillies score another run, so the Phillies get a 2-run score and a top of 6 thanks to Alabone and Brandon Morris. And that's 1-0 Phillies. And JT Reno advanced to third base. JT Reno advanced to third base on the throw in there by the shortstop Kevin Gallagher. Yeah, but don't put the score in the chat. I always say don't do that. And if it's not your job to do it, you don't put it in there. That's just one thing you don't do that. So coming up next, the bat for the Phillies, we have Bryson Stock next to bat for the Phillies. We got 155 on third base. 2 outs, top of the 6th. Here we go. Running got a pitch for you. Stock and running catch goes strike with a 1. Running got a pitch, stop running catch goal 1-1. Running got a pitch, stop running catch goal 2-1. And running got a pitch, stop running catch goes strike 2-2-2. And running got a pitch for you. Stock and running for 1. Oh, they trying to challenge this, y'all. That Mary's challenging this for you right here. Yeah, he didn't. I don't know if he caught that baseball before Bryce Stock hit that bag. What's the call? And swing they go right, they go ahead, that's single. Right start base, the first thing for the Bengals. Right starts 2-3, yo. And right start singles on the ground ball to the shortstop Kevin Gallagher and JT Reno. And the Phillies score another run to score. The Phillies at 5 and the Tigers at 0. The Phillies get the 5th run score on the top of the 6th thanks to JT Reno. He said 5-0, yo. So coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have Trey Turner next to bat the Phillies. We have one pitch player on first base, 2 outs, top of the sixth. Here we go. Trey Turner got a pitch, and Marino got a pitch to Trey going forward. One catch goes balls one out. Marino got a pitch to Trey. One catch goes strike one. Marino got a pitch to Trey. Marino got a pitch to his first base, towards the 27 and make sure that White starting at the first base, man, picking 10 to 1 at first base. And Marino got another pitch, going to Trey going forward. Running catch goes straight to 1 and 2. One ring on the pitch to Trey Green, where he swing that one goes right into the grass. And that's a single. Trey Turner will advance the first base for the Phillies. Trey Turner got a hit. Trey Turner finally got a hit. He's 1 for 4, yo. And Trey Turner singles on the ground ball to the right field and Matt Bailey. And Bryson Stott advanced second base. So the Phillies had Trey Turner on first base and Bryson Stott on second base. Trey Turner finally got a hit, ladies and gentlemen. You can say he Jones suck right now. So coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have Kyle Swing next to bat for the Phillies. We got Phillies fans on first and second base. 2 outs to the top of the sixth. Here we go. Kyle Swing and Marino got a pitch to Swing, making ready for it. Running catch going to balls for now. Marino got a pitch to Swing, making ready for it. Running catch going to strike 1. Marino got a pitch to Swing, making ready for it. Swing the base and strike 2 1 and 2. And one of the gonna pitch me swing ready for it. And swinging the base and strike 2 1 and 2. And one of the gonna pitch me swing ready for it. And Cal swing base for time on you. And Cal swing get right in the back box and swing base zones. And one of the gonna pitch me swing ready for it. And the pitch me ready for it. Running catch goes ball 2 and 2. Yeah, we doing small ball today. That was Star Wars. Small ball is working today. Yep, it's definitely small ball day. And Marino got another pitch in the base for it, ready for it. Riley's catching goes to roll 3, so 3 and 2 is a full count. When you play small ball, you win baseball games that way. Yeah, the playing small ball helps you win baseball games, but if you know. And Marino got another pitch in there, but he's swinging ready for it. He's swinging that when that's the 5 balls to 3 and 2. And Marino got another pitch, he's swinging ready for it. He's swinging that when there's another 5, swinging that's the 5 balls to 3 and 2. And Marino got another pitch, and he's swinging. And Kendall Marino stepped on the mound. And Marino got another pitch, and he's swinging ready for it. And Castro strikes down the foul team. And Castro was down. Castro, you 1 for 4 with your third strikeout. And you straight at Trey Turner and Bryson Stott on base. Table, and that's 3 outs for the Phillies. Let's go. The Phillies have 5 on the Tigers have 0 runs. We went on to the bottom of the 6th, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Tigers turn the red. Let's see the Tigers turn the red at the bottom of the 6th. And now it's 5 to the Phillies. And the 3 Tiger players drew up the bat at the bottom of the 6th to be James Outman, Kevin McGoley, and Dingler. Sorry about the noise outside the kids again. Hope they gonna be so loud like they were yesterday. Cause yesterday it was just so loud. You know they was screaming and stuff. And then Castle went out here swinging like he's playing freaking golf with the baseball man. You're right. So we been saying that Trey Turner stinks, and then all of a sudden he gets a hit in the game finally. So again, that was lucky that Trey Turner got a hit. Yeah, but it was worth it though. So coming at the bat for the Tigers, we had James Alvin coming the bat for the Tigers. The Tigers raised on 8 zeros, bottom 6 you. James Alvin extra time on you. James Alvin give every development to the base ones. That one got a pitch going to bring James Green forward. Right now, catcher goes balls 1 0. And Zach Wheeler got a pitch going James Green forward. Right now, catcher goes ball 2 0. Yeah, Smallwood does have strong ones. I agree with you on that one. And Zach Wheeler got a pitch going James Green forward. Right now, catcher goes ball 2 0. Yeah, I hope Zach Wheeler doesn't walk somebody. And Zach Wheeler got a pitch for James Green forward. Right now, catcher goes ball 3 0. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch going for James Green forward. Right now, catcher goes to strike 1 is a 3 1. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch for James Green forward. He's swinging that one. That's a 5 balls, a 3 2. That's a full count. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch for James Green forward. Swinging the miss, and that's swinging the miss, and that's strike 3. And James Alvin is out. James Alvin got struck that. That ball by Zach Wheeler yet again. Go sit in that Tigers Zach Wheeler. The dugout yet again. 8 strikeout with Zach Wheeler, 8 Ks. So coming up next to bat for the Tigers, we got Kevin. We're going to go next to bat for the Tigers. No Tigers players on base. 1 out, bottom of 6. Here we go. Zach Wheeler got a pitch coming for Kevin Green forward. Right now, catcher goes to balls 1 0. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch coming for Kevin Green forward. Right now, catcher goes to ball 2 0. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch coming for Kevin Green forward. Right now, catcher goes to ball 3 0. And Zach Wheeler got another pitch coming for Kevin Green forward. And that is ball 4. And Kevin Garland is ball to base, the first base for the Tigers. Zach Wheeler, you just walked somebody? There goes Zach Wheeler. You walk your first bat of the game. You had to be Kevin. We're going to hang it. So coming up next to bat for the Tigers, we have the Winton. New England, the next to bat for the Tigers. We have 1 Tiger playing first base. 1 out, bottom of 6. Here we go. Zach Wheeler got a pitch for the Winton. You ready for it? Run that catch, go to strike one's on one. Is that one got no face? Can it for you to win? Go away for it. You're swinging that one goes right to the stands. That's a 5 on 2. Is that one got no face? Can it for you? They win long away for it. That ball's in the dirt as the ball's 1 and 2. Is that one got no face? Can it long away for it? And the Leland strikes on the fountain. The Leland is out. The Leland gets struck at 5 by Zach. Get a game. Go send that Tigers. Yeah. Nice strike over Zach. We went 9 Ks. And coming up next, the bat for the Tigers, we had Cole King. For next bat for the Tigers, we got 1 Tiger playing on first base. 2 outs, 5 and 6. Here we go. Zach Wheeler got a base connect for you. Cole King for it. And Zach Wheeler doing reach over to his first baseman, Bryce Harper, to make sure that Kevin is going to get the first base base. Pick it to the 1 at first base. Zach Wheeler got a base connect for you. Cole King for it. Run that catch goes, the balls went out. And Zach Wheeler got another base connect for you. Cole King for it. Right, that catch goes the ball 2-2 now. And now the Phillies got him out facing. That was coming to run the catch. Zach Wheeler. And Zach Wheeler got a base in the base. Home away for it. And then we're gonna miss me going for it. And runner catch goes the ball 3-3 now. Last weekend. Last weekend, they started doing it last weekend. The last time I did it. Yeah, so I do every 2 weeks. No, we're not doing that every 2 weeks. So. No, so now you do it every week. Never was supposed to be every 2 weeks. Just like you forget to clean it. No. It's every week now. Okay? Every week. Alright? Agree? I want to do it now. What are you doing? But then when you do that, it's definitely not just every 2 weeks. You No, I get the whole bathroom when I do it. Yeah, I do over there. You think everything you waste the clean bottles, you clean for what? Like after 5 days, you only got that dirty that fast, or they have an odor smell that fast, and then like you just wasting the one on them. Every Saturday that's too much. You know, you know, you have some time and you don't get that bad every day. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to clean it every day like that. Just wasting cleaning products when you do that. It's wasting cleaning products. Unless your bathroom got an odor smell every day to the point where you have to do it like that, that makes sense. You can't have a bad smell in the bathroom that fast. At the 5 days, you can't have a bad smell like that. Unless there's something going on, then you. But I don't get a bad odor smell just like that. That don't just happen like that. You know what I'm saying? Well, you gotta do it every week more. That's the wings. That's the wings. If people share an apartment with a roommate, they don't be cleaning the bathrooms every week like that. Because the bathrooms don't get dirty like that. But they have to do it every week. You know, because they don't get dirty, it don't smell that bad. Unless it smells that bad, then I get it. But if it's not smelling that bad, why are you wasting doing it the week for one? You clean it for one. And it's like, it's not going to, what was dirty, I get it. But if that's a bad smell, yeah. But then you're going to get a bad smell on Monday, on a Friday. Or you're going to get, it's going to smell like tea on a Friday and Monday. No. If it's not going to smell like that, why you clean it every weekend for one? Yeah. For one. Unless it's getting that bad. You know? You see, the James at school clean the bathrooms every day. Not really. Or they do it if it gets that nasty, then they do it. But if it's not that bad, they just empty out the trash in the bathroom, in the kids' bathrooms. But I have to wet everything down. Then when it's towards that bad, then yeah. But if it's not that bad, they just turn up the trash cans, put them with the uniform, mop the floor and everything, because they don't get that bad. So that's the thing. Yeah, so that's just the one thing. But I'm just letting y'all know that, because I'm trying to say I want to do it like that because It don't get dirty, like, it don't need to be cleaned like that every accessory like that. But, you don't need to be clean accessory like that every day. You just waste the cleaning part just doing it. Yeah, because you don't need to be doing it too much. So let's see what I'm saying. And then let's just straight. And tell it is the almost what I'm saying. And I say the bathroom's only clean every week like that. You just wasting doing it for one. Every week it gets smelly like that. It gets dirty like that. When you start timing how fast the bathroom starts smelling bad, you know that like it needs to be cleaned every week like that. It's over excessively cleaning too much, over excessively doing too much. And I'm a Google guys. Do you think you have to clean the bathroom every week? I'm gonna see what the internet says if you have to do that. And what the internet will tell me. That's something you have to do you have to do that every week like that. But if the internet says you don't have to do it like that, then that means you're overdoing it too much. Then because I don't think that's what you're supposed to be doing every week like that. I don't think you're supposed to do that. So let's look at the information first. Let's make sure you're supposed to do that. Because I don't know if you're supposed to do that. So. That way we can know. That way you just know if you ever clean your whole bathrooms every week like that. You shouldn't be disinfecting your toilet and sinks at least 2 to 4 times a month, not every week. 2 to 4 times a month, not every week. Yeah, so they say every week. Yeah. 2 to 4 times a month. So not every week you do that. Yeah. But because they knows that you're not supposed to do that every week. It's 2 to 4 times a month. And that's really every week, so yeah, so that's yeah. So you do your sink and bathroom, you do your sink and toilet every 2 to 4 months. Or you do your tub or shower 2 times a month. So yeah, so you ain't doing it, yeah, so you're not doing it every week like that. That 1 month you're doing it 2 to 4 times, but you're not doing it every single Saturday, so it's not, then you're doing it wrong. Because you're doing it wrong. If you're doing it every Saturday, then you're not following every 2 to 4 weeks and times you're supposed to do it. Each part of it, so and then it's like, yeah. If I had my grace, I would follow this because that way that'll be the right way to do it. Because because it wouldn't be just like every weekend. You're not here. So 2 to 4 times a month for the sink and the toilet. And then 2 times a month for the tub or the tub or the shower. So it's not like saying yeah, so it's not saying every week. So yeah, so every month was good. And you do it times for each different part. So you're not doing it every week like that because that's too much. It's overdoing it. It's overdoing it. You don't see people vacuuming the house steps every day. Vacuum every day. Are they doing it every day? No. They're not doing that every day like that. No. So they're not doing it every day. So because they're not doing it every day. So that would do that every day. That would be like, oh, how dirty is your living floor game? Yeah, that's the thing. You ain't doing it like that. So yeah, but you have to say how often you're supposed to do it. Now, there's nowhere that says you have to clean the bathroom every single Saturday. That's not scientifically proven. If you ask anybody that, they would say that's like I don't think you're supposed to be doing like that. And then that's you overdoing it too much. Yeah, see, if you're home, you one time deep clean. It's every 6 to 12 months. It's not every. You know what I'm saying? So, right, because yeah, you might need that once a week. They say every week, once a week. Hello, internet knows better. They say every week to do that. Yeah, because Yeah, because yeah, so that's just going for you, boy. You got your own place. You don't have to do it every week because that's you overdoing too much when you do that. Because then, you must have a bathroom that gets dirty that fast every week. That every weekend you have to keep doing it. Yeah, because then there's something wrong with your bathroom that you have to do that every week. So you never stay clean. You know. So what was I? So oh yeah, so without just letting you know that clean powers, you know. Just move up that point where you got your own place. Make sure you just move up how we're supposed to do it and follow that because that way you're not overusing doing too much. So that way that will be clean, but you don't have to do it every single Saturday. Like literally, that's too much. So, I think this is every day you're supposed to be there because you use utensils to get there. Yeah, and stuff like that. But that shouldn't be like every weekend. It does that's overdoing it. Cause that's overdoing it. Yeah, so okay, so. The coming next development for the Tigers and chemical in the Tigers no time ways 1 hour to 6, 5 and 6 years. And we eventually get it when the going went take with the getting on 2 minutes, take with the getting 3 minutes, take with the getting 4. Coming on is long race, the first race for the Tigers. Coming next development the Tigers, we got doing the England for the Tigers, 1 Tiger in first race, 1 hour, top 5 and 6 years. Then we're going to eventually run the catch on second left. Then we're going to swing the foul on 2. Then we're going to run the ball right balls in balls in the bed balls 1 and 2. Then we're going to eventually touch on the foul 10. Is it coming next to that with the Tigers? We had Cole Keegan next to the Tigers. One Tiger ran first race, 2 rounds, 560 mil. Then we're going to see Cole running at the moment. Then we're going to go to the next, then we're going to go 3. Then we're going to there's one going Cookie's out. Going to the next to the Tigers. We have Riley Green next to the Tigers. Tigers on first race, second race, 2 rounds, 560 mil. Is that we're going to fix it and bring Riley running for 1. Then we're going to be Riley sending power 1. Then we're going to be Riley on the 1, 2, 2, 1. Then we're going to be Riley sending power 1, 2, 2. Then we're going to be Riley on the 1, 3, 3, 2, 1, 10. Then we're going to be Riley swingers, and that's like Riley being down. And that's 3 years for them. The Tigers, the Schoolers, the Phillies at 2 months. The Phillies at 5 on the Tigers at 0 months. That's in the 6 8 moving on to the 7 anyway. Germans, the Phillies to the bag. The Phillies moving to the top 7. Big back to that top 7 before I started. Alabama and Riley Subzone. Yeah, just give me a little bathroom thing too, because if I would ask my own friend then, does she get up every Saturday, she probably say, how do I make do that? Because who does that? If you work in a restaurant, probably, you could do that, but I don't think that's something everybody does that. But, but then that's kind of like over obsessive on, doing it. The Phillies, we have Vice over the Phillies, no Philly fans on 8077, here we go. We're going to pitch you right, trying to get the one move. We're going to pitch you right, 21 2 0. We're going to pitch you right, trying to get the straight 1 2 1. We're going to pitch you right, 25 1 2 2. We're going to pitch you right, 25 1 2 2. We're going to pitch you right, 25 1 2 2. We're going to pitch you right, 25 1 2 2. We're going to pitch you right, 25 1 2 2. We're going to pitch you right, 25 1 2 2. If I saw grounds out to the first base, special towards the if I saw was out. We're coming up next to the Phillies. We have Alabama next to the Phillies, no Philly fans on base. 1 out, top of 7, here we go. We're going to pitch the looking at the phone, burns out to the second baseman, Zach McKinstry doing the first base, first total in the time, and that phone is out. We're coming up next to the Phillies, we have Lonnie Sosa next to the Phillies, no Philly fans base, 2 out, top of 7, here we go. We're going to pitch the London, going to catch the strike 1. And we're going to be seeing everybody can get straight to him too. And we're going to be seeing on the stream is not strike to run, so to zone. That's the answer to the Phillies. Let's go to the Phillies at 5-1, the Tigers at 0-1. We went to the bottom of the 7. The Tigers turn the back, let's see the Tigers need to turn back the top of the bottom 7. The 3 Tigers racing at the bottom 7. We expect them to turn in. Gary Carpenter and Zach McKinstry. The big change in the Phillies, so Zach Willis done pitching night, kind of pitching the Phillies with Jose Morano. Jose. They was 16 pitch, 2 hits, 0 runs, 0 walks, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts, 0 runs, and a 2.13 ERA. But yeah, we haven't had Jose Morano pitch in a while. I forgot we haven't had Jose Morano pitch in a while. They haven't been pitching right now. It's good because what's the last time we had a Jose Morano pitch? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. So coming out the bed for the Tigers, spending towards the bed for the Tigers, the Tigers made the way, 0, about 7, here we go. They're going to pitch his strength, they're going to catch him straight 1. They're going to pitch his strength, they're going to swing their problems on 2. And they're going to pitch his strength, they're going to catch him on 2. And Jose going to pitch his strength, they're swinging their problems on 2. And Jose going to pitch his strength, swinging, raising that strike, they strike to his own. Strike to him, got strike to everybody, Jose was sitting at Tigers during the year. First strike out was swing to him, 1K. First strikeout for Jose Morano, 1K. We're coming up next to bat for the and the first substitution guys. That Warner and Van going to pinch hit for Kerry coming next to bat for the Tigers. We have Warner and Van connected to the Tigers. The Tigers plays on base. 1 out, top of the 7, bottom of the 7. Here we go. Jose Morano got a pitch for Warner, running swinging the foul 1. Jose Morano got a pitch for Warner, running catch 1-1. Jose Morano got a pitch for Warner. Jose Morano got a pitch for Warner. Swinging the race to strike 2-1-2. Jose Morano got another pitch for Warner. Running catch got the ball 2-2. Jose Morano got another pitch for Warner going 1. Send it to 5-2-2. Jose Morano got another pitch for Warner going 1. Running catch got the ball 3-2 for Kim. Jose Morano got another pitch for Warner. Swinging the miss. And swinging the miss and a strike 9. And then Warner miss is out. And Warner miss he got struck out by Jose Morano was sent the Tigers down again. Second strikeout by Jose Morano, 2 Ks. We come back next to bat for the Tigers. We had Zach McKinstry. And then next to bat for the Tigers. No Tigers plays on base. 2 outs, bottom of 7. Here we go. Jose Morano got a pitch for his edge. Here going. And Zach McKinstry grounds out to the second base. And Brighton started to the first base and right 7 times. And Zach McKinstry's out. And that's 3 outs for the Tigers. So score the Phillies at 5-1. The Tigers at 0 runs in the 7th inning June. Moving on to the 8th inning of June. It's the Phillies turn the bat. The Phillies and the turn the bat at the top of the 8th. And it's still the 5-0 Phillies. And the 3 Philly Reds did the bat top of the 8th week. Randy Marsh, Derek Hill, and JT Reno. Randy Marsh is over 2 with a walk and a run. Derek Hill is over 3 with 3 strikeouts. And JT Reno is 2 for 10 with a double, and 5 pitches and 3 RBIs. Yes, make sure we do things that we're going to pause at the end that says I'm cleaning the bathroom kind of stuff because I'm not going to do the same I do here like every Saturday like that. I'm going to do it like at the end that says 2 to 4 runs, 2 to 4 times a run for like the total and the singing every 2 times a run for like the other parts like the tub and the shower thing, do like that because that way and follow that at the end of the way so we're doing it because every Saturday thing that's gonna be too much and then you're gonna go with extending it too much. So I'm gonna do like that. Because everyone knows the right way you're supposed to clean up the bathroom and how many times you're supposed to do it for each different part. And I think no one says do it every Saturday like that. You're just making up stuff and you're just adding their own way of doing it. And that's not how you're supposed to do it anyway. You're not supposed to do that. If somebody cleans the bathroom every Saturday, the bathroom must be that dirty when it gets straight like that. You gotta simply do that every week, every Saturday. That's a trouble like that's a bad thing to do because if you're doing it like that, the bathroom must get dirty like that every single day. To the point where you have to do that every Saturday. There's something must be wrong there. The things, yeah, because that's supposed to be wrong there. So, but I'm just gonna say I'm just saying that because yeah, because but I'm just saying that for people who don't know. Yeah, just let you know the information on that. So. You don't see people do that, get their hair done every single Saturday. No, we do it every 2 weeks, right? Because they get a chance to do the hairstyle. They don't do it. They don't do hair every Saturday like they do a bathroom today. No, they don't do it like that because that be overdoing it too much. All right, so right. So, so coming at the bat for the Phillies, we got Brandon Marsh in the bat for the Phillies. No Philly Phillies on base. 0 outs. Top of the inning. Here we go. We're going to pitch to Marsh. When the catch goes strike number one. And we're going to pitch to Marsh. Swinging with strike 2 10. We're going to pitch to Marsh. Swinging with no strike. Then Brandon Marsh is out. Brandon Marsh, you 1 for 3 with your first strikeout. Coming next to bat the Phillies, we got Darren Hill next to bat the Phillies. No Philly Phillies on base. 1 out. Top of the inning. Here we go. Darren Hill next for Talon. Darren Hill going to the red on base. We're going to get a pitch for Darren. We're going to pitch for Darren. We're going to catch on strike 1. We're going to pitch Darren. Swing with strike 2 2. We're going to pitch Darren and Darren Hill next for Talon. Darren Hill going to the on base 1. We're going to pitch connect for Darren to Rayborn. Running catch goes to balls 1 and 2. And we're going to pitch for Darren to Rayborn. Running catch goes to balls 2 2 2. And yesterday I was doing all my cleaning stuff I had to do. So, because I said, yesterday was clean day for me. My clothes, my sheets, all that stuff was important to me. Yeah, because those are important to me. Clean sheets and clean clothes, that was important to me. Because, yeah. I make 3 tasks that's important to me. Make sure I got clean dishes, make sure my clothes ain't smelling bad, and make sure the sheets get clean so the baby was home. Those are the 3 things I said were important to me. Because, those are the 3 things I like doing anyway, so, yeah. Because, so I make those 3 like important, but so that's why I don't make things important to me. When something's important to me, that's when I want to do it. I'll be like, I wouldn't constantly doing it, so, and that's how I make things important. Swinging and making that, and let's see there, when you get on, second on 1, second on 2, and get on 2, and 5 on 2, and no strike during Derrick Hill's zone. Derrick Hill, you over 4 with your 4th strikeout. Coming next to the Phillies, you got JT next to the Phillies, no Philly Bears on base. 2 outs, top of the inning, here we go. We're going to get a pitch for JT when the catch 1 1. We're going to pitch to JT, JT in the ground out to the shortstop. Kevin Golden through the first base, trying to close in time. And JT was down. JT made you 2 for 3. That's 3 outs for the Phillies. So the score is the Phillies have 5 runs, the Tigers have 0 runs, and we went to the bottom of the 8th, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Tigers turning back. Let's see the Tigers moving to the bottom of the 8th. And the 3 Tiger players to the bottom of the 8th. We had Villain, James Upman, And County McGoley. So it's a pretty big one for me soon. Yeah, because I choose to be a clean day for me because I figured, things that need to get clean for me are important. Like I was in yesterday, I got to fold those once I'm done watching. When I'm done in the village, I want to let those away because I didn't get a chance to do that yesterday. So today I'm going to do them. I should make bodies important to me. Clean clothes, clean sheets, and then also my hair, getting done my hair. And also the fifth problem things, the dishes, so all those things are important. Because because I'm glad, because having clean clothes, having clean sheets, make sure I have a nice when I go out places, have tricks for that. And then cleaning dishes every day I do that. Because, that's important. Just think of everything the least important because anyway, it's not something that I wake up on a Saturday and think about. So I'm not gonna clean the bathroom coming for me, wash my clothes or clean the sheets or do my hair. I'm not gonna let that come for anything. That's just not that important. Yeah, because having clean this is like mess up the hole. That's important. Having clean clothes when you're wearing anything, that's important. Having clean sheets so I can change this in the bed, that's important. Make sure you change up the hairstyle, get it hair washed and make sure it get nice. So for the next week, that's important. But if it's not in that category of those things, it's not that important. Yeah, so you don't fall in that category, it's not that important. Because, and also doing my things I like to do afterwards, after I do those things, so that's important too, so. But, going, no free passes. All the time, I know you want to say that. So pick change for the Phillies. So Jose Valdes done pitching tonight. Coming to pitch for the Phillies, we have Ron Kirkland. Here come Captain Church, y'all. So coming up the bat for the Tigers, we have Matt Bean coming to bat for the Tigers. No Tiger players on base. 0 outs. Here we go. Ron Kirkland got a pitch for American Way for it. Ron catcher goes strike him on one. So Ron Kirkland got a pitch for American Way for it. The swing as the foul was on two. So Ron Kirkland got a pitch for American Way for it. And Matt Bean asked for time on you. Matt Bean got in the bat by 6 on base for him. Ron Kirkland got a pitch for American Way for it. Ron catcher goes balls 1 and 2. Ron Kirkland got a pitch for American Way for it. Swing and a miss, and that strike three, and Matt Bimmy out. Matt Bimmy got strike to FL by Ron Kirkland, go sit in that Tigers dugout, yeah. First strikeout for Ron Kirkland, 1K. Yeah, some came with that one. We might use that in the stream now. Now we might use that in the stream now. We might use that going forward now. Slim just came with something. He said no walks, no free passes. We might use that. So if a Phillies pitcher walks somebody, that's a bad no. So we might use that to say no walks, no free passes. So if a Phillies pitcher walks somebody, they don't get a pass on that one. Yeah, so they don't walk nobody, and they walk somebody, they don't get no free passes. But if they don't, so they shouldn't walk nobody, and they shouldn't get no free passes. They walk somebody, that's a free pass right there. We're coming up next to bat for the Tigers. We have James Allen next to bat for the Tigers. No Tiger players on base. One on, down there. Here we go. Ron couldn't get a pitch for James. Ron the catcher goes striking one. Ron couldn't get a pitch for James. Ron the catcher goes the balls 1-1. Ron couldn't get a pitch for James. Ron the catcher goes the ball 2-1. And then Ron couldn't get a pitch for James. Ray Boyd. Ron the catcher goes the ball 3-1. And then Ron couldn't get a pitch for James. Ray Boyd. And James Outman flies out sharply to the right field of Brandon Orange. And James Outman is out. Many times they start Kirk was closed, but you ain't anybody. Coming up next to bat for the Tigers, we have Kevin McGonigal next to bat for the Tigers. No Tiger players on wings. 2 hours, Bob New here we go. Ryan Cutting got a pitch for Kevin going for it. Run the catch goes, strike one's on one. And Ryan Cooking in the victory category for one. Right now, catch goes Bones 1 and 1. And Ryan Cooking in the victory category for one. He's swinging that one as another button. Swinging that one to catch goes as the ball 2 2 1. Ryan Cooking in the victory category for one. He's swinging that one as the foul ball to 2 and 2. And that Cook was really close to a free pass. Well, at least he ain't got nobody on base in this inning, so this inning he ain't getting nobody on base, so that's a good thing. And then Ryan Cooking in the victory Kevin Gray for one. Right now, catch goes for all three. It's a 3 and 2 to full count. And Ryan Cooking in the victory Kevin Gray for one. And Kevin Garland going to grind out to the shortstop. Trey Turner going to the first and right 7 time. Kevin Garland goes down. And that's 3 outs for the Tigers. To score, the Phillies at 5-1. The Tigers at 0-1. This in the 8th lane German. And went on to the 9th and final 8th lane German. It's the Phillies turn the bag with 6 the Phillies and the 20 at top of the lane. And the 3 Philly players who at top of the lane beat Bryson Stott. Trey Turner and Kyle Swim. Bryson Stott is 2 for 3 with a double and a RBI. Trey Turner is 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Kyle Swim is 1 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. And I think it's three strikeouts and an RBI. And we're getting 1 to 3 innings just like that, yo. Yeah, we said Star and JT won good today. Yeah, they won. They won good today, so that's a good thing right there. The Detroit Tigers were terrible in this game. Can't get no runs. I don't know why the Detroit Tigers even came to play baseball game. Can't get no runs. Can't do anything. So pitch change for the Tigers. Canada, Orlando is done pitching tonight. Kind of pitch for the Tigers will be June Summers. So coming up the bat for the Phillies, we got Bryson Stott on the bat for the Phillies. No Philly Bears on base. 0 outs, top of the 9th. Here we go. June Summers got a pitch, and then Brody Stock away for one. Rodney catch goes, the strike was on one. And June Summers got a pitch for Stock away for one. He's running catch goes, swinging at the ball was on 2. And June Summers got another pitch for Stock away for one. Running catch goes, the ball was 1 and 2. And June Summers got another pitch for Stock away for one. And Bryson Stott flies out to left fielder Riley Green. Bryson Stott is out. Bryson Stott, you're 2 for 4. So coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have Trey Turner next to bat the Phillies. We got no free players on base. One out, top of the ninth. Here we go. Juice Song's got a pitch connect for Detroit. Get ready for it. Rodney catch the girls, the balls 1-0. Rodney catch the girls, the balls 1-0. And Juice Song's got another pitch connect for Detroit. Get ready for it. Rodney catch the girls, the ball 2-0. And Juice Song's got another pitch connect for Detroit. Get ready for it. You swing it down when it's a 5 balls to 2-1. And Juice almost got another pitch connect for Detroit. Get ready for it. You swing it down when it's a 5 balls to 2-2. And Juice almost got another pitch connect for Detroit. Get ready for it. Rodney catch goes the ball 20 to 3-2 to full count. And Juice almost got another pitch for Detroit. Get ready for it. And that is ball 4. Trey Turner is walking against the first base for the Phillies. This is Trey Turner's first ball of the game. So coming up next to bat the Phillies, we got Cal Swope next to bat the Phillies. You got 1 free player on first base. 1 out, top of the ninth. Here we go. And Juice almost got a pitch connect for Swope. Get ready for it. He swing that one, goes right into the grass, and that's a single. And Cal Swope makes the first base for the Phillies. And Castro got another hit. Castro is 2 for 5, yo. And Castro singles on the line drive to the left fielder, and Riley Greeny. And Trey Turner at second base. So the Phillies have Castro on first base and Trey Turner on second base. So coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have Bryce Harper next to bat for the Phillies. We got Philly Bears on first base and second base. 1 out, top of the ninth. Here we go. Urban Nation. Urban Nation. Urban Nation. And June Summers got a pitch connect for Bryce. Get ready for it. Rodney catching go to strike 1-1. And Juice Summers got no pitch connect for Bryce. Get ready for it. Swinging and miss, and that strike 2 is 0-2. And Juice Summers got no pitch connect for Bryce. Get ready for it. Swinging and miss, and that strike 3, Bryce Harper down. Bryce Harper, you 1 for 5 with your first strikeout. And we have the Tigers manager coming to the mound to talk to the Juice Summers. And that ain't good. He's taking him out the game. Pitching change for the Tigers. Yes, Swallow does win the game, so you're correct on that one. So pitch change for the Tigers. So Juice Holmes down pitcher in today. Counter pitch for the Tigers will be BlueSky. So coming up next, the bat for the Phillies, we have Alabama next to bat the Phillies. We have Philly Bears on first and second base. 2 outs. Top of the ninth, here we go. BlueSky got a pitch going to play Allen going for it. He swing it down when it's a foul ball's on one. And BlueSky got another pitch going to play Allen going for it. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2 is on 2. And Blueberry another pitch, swing at the pop was on 2. Blueberry another pitch, yeah, we're going for it. Rodney catcher does balls 1 and 2. And Blueberry another pitch, gonna be Allen going for it. He swing it down when that's the foul balls 1 and 2. And Blueberry another pitch, gonna be Allen going for it. He swing it down when there's another foul ball, still 1 and 2. And Blueberry another pitch, Allen going for it. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. Everyone was down. Everyone, you 1 for 5 with your first strikeout. That's the answer for the Phillies. Let's go. The Phillies have 5 runs, the Tigers have 0 runs. And we went to the and so wait, what did I say again? The other one, you 1 for 5 with your first strikeout, and you straight turn on base. Trade Castle and trade down on base. Damn, that's the other Phillies. Let's go. The Phillies have 5 on the Tigers have 0 runs. We're going to the bottom of the ninth, ladies and gentlemen. If the Tigers turn the red, let's see the Tigers going to turn the red at the bottom of the ninth. The 3 Tigers players do the red at the bottom of the ninth. Then Waylon, Dingler, Cone King, and Riley Greening. Yeah, Stones, what you talking about? You said Christian Coleman. What you talking about, Stones? I knew the one time will be everything within the Yankees game. Mm-hmm. Again, trying to get everything game. The Phillies that played the Dodgers from the 20th to the 22nd. They have the 23rd off in the noon. The 24th they played the Yankees. Pitching change for the Phillies. So Ron Curtis done pitching today. Coming to pitch for the Phillies with John Denver. So coming out the bat for the Tigers we had. Then coming back for the Tigers. No Tiger players already. 0 outs, bottom 9. Here we go. John Denver got the pitch going to go going forward. Right now catch goes the balls 1 out. John Denver gonna pitch going to wait down going forward. He swing down to 5 balls to 1-1. He got the Philippine here. Okay. And Jonathan Valwyn gonna pitch gonna wait the going forward. Right now catch goes the ball 2 to 2-1. And Jonathan Valwyn gonna pitch swinging going forward. He swings down when there's a 5 balls to 2-2. And Jonathan Valwyn gonna pitch swinging going forward. And Dylan extra towel. And Dylan gonna get back on the back to some baseballs. And Jonathan Valwyn gonna pitch going forward. Right now catch goes the ball 3 to 3-2 to full count. Yeah, enough be fast thing, yeah. And Jonathan Valwyn gonna pitch swing, Dylan going forward. Swing and a miss, and I strike 3. And Dylan goes down. Dylan got strike the F out by Jonathan Valwyn. Will send the Tigers W here. First strikeout for Jonathan Valwyn 1K. To come up next to bat for the Tigers, we had Cole Keith. The next to bat for the Tigers, we got no Tiger players on base. 1 out, bottom of the 9th, here we go. Jonathan Valwyn gonna pitch for you going forward. Right now catch goes strike 1 on 1. And Jonathan Valwyn gonna pitch for you going forward. Right now catch goes the ball's 1-1. And Jonathan Valwyn gonna pitch for you going forward. And Cole Keith lines out to the right fielder, Brandon Morris. And Cole Keith is down. One more out was singing. Coming up next to bat for the Tigers, we have Riley Green next to bat for the Tigers. No Tiger players on base. 2 outs, top of the 9th, here we go. Jonathan Valwyn gonna pitch for Riley Green. Swing and a miss, and that strike 1 is on 1. We can't get the Brandon Morris video on. Brandon Morris for the day. And Jonathan Valwyn gonna pitch for Riley going forward. He swings down when there's the 5 balls on 2. And Jonathan Valwyn gonna pitch for Riley going forward. Right now catching on the balls 1 and 2. And Jonathan Valwyn gonna pitch for Riley going forward. Right now catching on the ball 2 to 2-2. And Jonathan Valwyn gonna pitch for Riley going forward. He swings it down when it's a 5 balls to 2-2. And Jonathan Valwin gonna pitch Jonathan Valwin gonna pitch for you rally your boy. Dang it. And Valley Granny going to assault to the picture of Jonathan Valwin really inflicts into the first video first time in time. And that's the ball game. Final score is 5-0 Phillies. And the Phillies take 2 out of 3 from the Detroit Tigers. And the Phillies with 12 straight wins this season, most MLB. And the Phillies will advance on the 54 and 43 in the season. The Tigers advance to 44 and 52 in the season. The Phillies will get the 54 win. Tigers get the 52nd loss. And yeah, bad news for the Tigers. And Zach Wheeler moves to 10 and Zach Wheeler moves to 10-1 in the season. So look at Zach Wheeler's stat line one more time. Let's look at Zach Wheeler's stat line one more time. So Zach Wheeler is 16 games, 2 hits, no runs, no runs, 2 balls, 10 strikeouts, 0 runs, and a 2.13 rate. And Zach Wheeler moves to 10-1 in the season. Zach Wheeler's out here pitching good, yo. And thank you guys for watching. Shout out to Star and I'm gonna stream. Shout out to One That's gonna stream. Shout out to everybody else gonna stream. And guys, I will be streaming the All-Star game on Tuesday night at 8 on Tuesday, July 14th at 8 p.m. on my YouTube channel, guys. I'll be doing that. And we'll see the National League versus the American League. And, to see Cal Schwarber playing the All-Star game as the DH, and then see Christopher Sanchez be the starting pitcher for the National League on Tuesday night, so on Fox. So it'll be exciting for that. I hope Cal Schwarber and Bryce Harper do good in the Home Run Derby, which is going to be on Netflix if you're going to watch. If you got Netflix, you can watch the Home Run Derby tomorrow night at 8 p.m. But another being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday, your Sunday night. I will see you guys on Tuesday for the All-Star game. Let's go National League and the All-Star game. Hope we win it. Very good stuff in here. And MG fan, we stand up. Let's go, please. And you go, Masteryhi Gaming is out. Peace, y'all.